Ooh, excuse me.
Oh my.
Ooh, this is a gas. Is I farting and burping?
We just pressed the button.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
All right. Indiana, state bird, Norva cardinal, state flower, peony. Okay, you said you wanted pictures. Here you go. Bam. State bird and the flower.
That weak ass state bird. It looked like an Oreo, and that flower looked like some pansy shit.
Okay. State tree is a tulip tree. State river is Wabash River.
River.
State stone is Salem limestone.
You got a picture of that? Cause I don't know what limestone. I wouldn't be able to pick limestone out if you put it against some rocks.
Limestone.
Oh, okay.
And that's the tulip tree. Tulip tree.
I look like a sissy rock and a pea tree.
State song On the Banks of the Wabash Far Away by Paul Dresser.
I fought on that song.
State poem Indiana by Arthur Franklin Mapes.
Fuck Arthur.
State motto is the Crossroads of America.
The Crossroads of America, yeah. Ain't nobody crossing them damn roads, not with all them damn Klansmen down there.
State nickname is the Hoosier State.
The Hoosier State? The Hoosiers.
State rifle is the Grouseland Rifle. And the unofficial state pie is a sugar cream pie.
Sugar cream pie. Sound like a diabetic's worst nightmare.
This is sugar cream pie.
It don't even look that good.
It don't.
It does not look good at all.
It does not.
But then again, I could be wrong.
I mean, I've never had it.
Never had
stuff
it.
out there that doesn't look appetizing, but it is. Maybe it's one of those things.
Yeah, I've had plenty of things that didn't look appealing, but that shit was low key fire, bro. I ain't not gonna hold you.
And that's all we had.
That's all we had?
Yeah.
Hey, well.
Interesting history.
Interesting, a lot. It's you know, and
it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it is it's definitely a roller coaster, and is, you know, because I'm black, you know, my wife is black, so we look at certain history and with a different set of eyes. But removing myself from my own body and skin and stuff, it still sounds pretty rich, deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they had a lot of stuff going. It was very promising, except for that Klan piece,
you know, but
which seemed to be a lot. But before that, they already had a lot of good stuff going for them.
Yeah, hell, who knows? You know, I can't think of nothing good to say that came out of the Klan. I guess I don't know. But other than that, man, shout out to Kokomo, Indiana. And I guess that's going to wrap this video up. And until the next time, see you later. Come on.
What do you think substantial growth came after?
What do I think substantial growth came after?
What do you think caused substantial growth in Kokomo?
Railroad.
No.
New jobs. Automobiles.
No.
I don't know, give me a hint, nigga.
Substantial growth came in after the discovery of large natural gas reserves, which produced an economic boom in the mid-1880s. Among the businesses which boomed attracted the fledgling automobile industry. A significant number of technical and engineering innovations were developed in Kokomo, particularly in automobile production.
Okay, so automobile industry got popping in Kokomo or in Indiana because they had natural gas. I wonder who found that out. Like, who figured that out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't say.
I wonder if it was like by accident or if, you know, some previous like people that know how to look for gas and stuff came in and was just like digging around. It was like, holy shit, I got gas here.
As a result, Kokomo became known as the city of first. A substantial portion of Kokomo's employment still depends on the automobile industry.
Kokomo, shout out to Kokomo.
Okay, then we have this whole story about a mayor who
The mayor of Kokomo?
Yeah, in 1881, one of the most remarkable and controversial events in Kokomo's history took place. Mayor Henry C. Cole was shot to death by a sheriff's posse. Mayor Cole is also a doctor. Dr. Cole had a curious history and has stirred up a great deal of passion in the previous 15 years. He was reputed to have been a gifted surgeon who served in the Union Army during the Civil War, and when afterwards he settled in Kokomo, he became a prominent physician. In Kokomo, he married a woman, Natalie Cole, of whom he became intensely jealous. He became suspicious of one Allen, who became warned away from Kokomo by Dr. Cole. Basically, Dr. Cole told him to stay away from Kokomo, and one day in October of 1866, Dr. Cole discovered Allen leaving the post office, and he shot him.
He ran to the trunk.
And he shot him.
He went by the trunk. Didn't I tell you could?
Just shoot him, but the fact that the killing both took place in broad daylight and showed cold-blooded rage because Dr. Cole continued shooting Allen after he was on the ground caused the crime to receive
That's the definition of
national
on-site.
attention.
On-site. That is the purest definition of on-site. Nigga, I'm a physician. I got patience, man. Get the fuck out of this town. He shot that man coming out the post office? The post office in broad daylight.
Cole's case was venued to Tipton County, where he retained Daniel W. Voorhees to represent him. Voorhees obtained a not guilty verdict on a plea of an emotional insanity.
Damn.
Cole divorced his wife shortly after.
Damn. He killed the man for the and then the what?
Yep. And Cole's reputation for violent instability and the cowardice in the way he killed Allen created many enemies for him. But his generosity toward poor patients and a promise to clean up the town won him enough support to win a bitter election for mayor in 1881.
Yo, people crazy. He's slick with it though. Sure. He got people votes. He got the votes of the people by doing stuff for people who couldn't afford the services. That's how you win people over. Yep. Is that not right?
I mean, the poor are the majority, so. Shortly thereafter, on September 19th of 1881, he was shot dead by a sheriff's posse at Old Spring Mills at West Jefferson Street. According to the coroner's inquest, he died from shotgun wounds. Oh, not a shotgun, but he died from shotgun wounds inflicted by Deputy George Bennett, father of New York stage idol Richard Bennett. The sheriff claimed that an informant had advised him that Cole was planning to rob a flour mill. Now a mayor is going to rob the flour mill and possibly to incriminate his enemies. The posse was forced to fire on Cole in self-defense. The sheriff claimed he had 2 revolvers, even though he had shotgun wounds. And to prevent his escape, although his injuries seemed inconsistent with that variation, Cole supporters argued that no revolvers or burglary tools were produced and that the motive was implausible. Nevertheless, no action was taken against Bennett or other members of the posse.
Yeah, that's fucking.
So Dr. Cole got off, and so did his murderers.
That's fucking bullshit. But there was no evidence of this man gonna go rob the. I mean, part of me is like, well, hey, what goes around comes around. But part of me is like, God damn, the police was on this shit way back in the 1870s. God damn, ain't that a bitch? Killed that man in cold blood. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, so. But, whew, that was rough.
What kind of undercover stuff was going on along with that? In March 1886, a group of citizens led principally by A.Y. Comstock and D.C. Spraker circulated a memorandum seeking subscribers at $100 each for the purpose of boring gas at a distance of at least 2,000 feet below ground. It took until September to obtain the necessary 22 subscribers. The first rig was built south of Wildcat Creek, and on October 6th of 1886, natural gas erupted forth and the well was capped.
You said all it took was $100 to get
$100 per person.
That's generational wealth right there. For $100, for real, if we were putting $100,
stuff was cheap back then.
oh my god. We saying it like $100 a lot of shit. You probably worked all day at the fucking like deli or like the meat market chopping up and take like 50 cents home a week type shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like it still sound like within like reach. Still sound possible.
Along with that, it was another well in Eaton which produced gas also slightly before the Kokomo's discovery, and that led to the Indiana gas boom. So there was gas.
I didn't even know we had like places like that in America that produce gas like that, like oil or whatever. I thought it was like in Texas or something like that and stuff like that, but I guess not. Is there any other states that produce gas like that? If you know, let us know in the comments below. So I'm in the public school and I don't be knowing this shit. Next.
The Diamond Plate Glass Company, now part of PPG Industries, began in Kokomo in 1887, lured by the cheap and plentiful natural gas. So this gas was bringing up other companies to him as well. Excuse me. The Kokomo Opalescent Glass Works started making stained glass in Kokomo in 1888 and has been in continuous operation ever since. Kokomo was a pioneer of the United States automobile manufacturing, with Elwood Haynes test driving his early internal combustion engine auto there on July 4th of 1894.
Eureka. That sounds familiar. What's his name? Say it again.
Elwood Haynes.
Elwood Haynes. That name sounds so familiar. I know it's probably when people are like, you should know who that is, but I don't. I know he connected with automobiles and stuff like how you said, but I don't know.
Haynes and his associates built a number of other autos over the next few years at the Haynes-Apperson Automobile Company for mass production of commercial autos was established in Kokomo in 1898.
1898.
Haynes went on to invent stainless steel flatware in 1912 to give his wife tarnish-free dinnerware.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Look at the things that men do for women, yeah. So y'all can have stainless steel, so y'all can eat.
In 1928,
Not off of wooden forks or stones.
Walter Kemp Brothers Canning Company, developed the first canned tomato juice because of a request by a physician in search of baby food for his clinic. So tomato juice.
What was I wonder what was people eating with before forks and stuff? Just their hands?
Well, no, because it said he wanted to give his wife tarnish-free dinnerware, so they already had dinnerware, but it tarnished over time.
Oh, okay. It's probably using like copper or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kokomo is also home to the first mechanical corn picker, which was developed by John Powell in the early 1920s.
Couple free slaves. They had to figure out a way. Go ahead.
Kokomo was home to the first Ponderosa Steakhouse, which opened in 1965.
Okay, back to slavery. Get back there and make them steaks, nigga.
Kokomo opened the first McDonald's with a diner inside, locally called the McDiner. This McDonald's theme failed nationally. Eventually, McDiner closed and it was converted back to a regular McDonald's restaurant.
The first sit in McDonald's. Goddamn, that's probably a hot date back in the day. That was probably a hot ass date. We had to make reservations. Can you imagine having to make reservations for McDonald's?
No, not at all.
You pull up, you was going to McDonald's in suits.
Not in suits, Lord.
So I can imagine if it was the only McDonald's you can actually dine in.
Well, it said it failed nationally, so there were others. That was just the first.
Oh, okay.
1894, the first pneumatic rubber tire in the U.S. was created by D.C. Spraker at the Kokomo Rubber and Tire Company.
You said this was the first?
Yep.
Damn. Kokomo, stand up!
They said it became known as the City of First.
City of First. Okay, go ahead. What else?
1895, The first aluminum casting was developed by William Billy Johnson from the Ford and Donnelly Foundry.
I wonder what was the casting of what?
1902 Kingston carburetor developed by George Kingston was in Kokomo.
Carburetor?
Yep.
That's like going in a car?
Yep.
How you know?
It's a carburetor.
Okay.
1906, the first.
I don't fucking know. Carburetor. I thought that's what they make sodas with.
No.
Okay.
1906, the first stellite cobalt-based alloy was discovered by Edward Haynes. 1918, the howitzer shell used in World War I was created by Superior Machine Tool Company in Kokomo. 1918, the first aerial bomb with fins was produced by Liberty Press Metal Company in Kokomo.
The first bomb with fins?
First aerial bomb with fins. Yep. That's
Hey, yeah, they wild.
1920, the mechanical corn picker was created by John Powell, as we said before. 1923, William Swern Sr. developed the first tire building machine for mass production of auto tires in Kokomo. 1938, the first push-button car radio was created by Delco Radio Division of General Motors Incorporation.
Kokomo was on one, bro. What was they people on? Like
1941, Globe American Stove Company manufactured the first all-metal lifeboats and rafts known as Kokomo Kids in the U.S. Navy. 1947, the first signal-seeking car radio was created by Delco Radio Division of General Motors in Kokomo.
Big radios.
1956, Delco Radio Division of General Motors produced a high transistorized signal-seeking car hybrid radio, which used both vacuum tubes and transistors in its radio circuitry. This transistorized car radio was available in an option in the 1956 Chevrolet Corvette car models.
Woo! Get up, girl. Get up in here. Check it out. Hold on. Let me see.
1957 Delco
you wanna
Radio.
Be my darling, baby. You ain't never seen no shit like this. Dang. What you talking about?
1957 Delco Radio Division of General Motors produced an all-transistor car radio and standard equipment for the Cadillac. March 21st through the 26th, in 1913, Kokomo suffered what? What do you think they suffered? It was a natural disaster. What do you think it was?
The gas explosion?
No.
No, you said natural?
Yeah.
No, not earthquake. Not hurricane. Not hurricane. Not tornado. You said natural disaster. Flood.
Yep.
Okay.
So in 1913, March 21st through the 26th, Kokomo suffered severe flooding when a 6.59 inches of rainfall occurred. The Kokomo Tribune reported at the time that the Wildcat Creek overtopped its levee to reach nearly 1 mile wide after rising at a rate of 3 inches per hour.
I know it rises 3 inches per hour.
Damage was widespread, including loss of electrical power due to the power plant being flooded. On March 26th, flooding was declared over after the water level dropped 42 inches in a 24-hour period.
God damn. God trying to flood the world again. Jesus Christ. But, that's crazy.
So the last video that we did, we talked about how it was one of the first cities to do reparations.
Yeah,
Okay.
Evanston, Chicago, first city to do. I was thinking about that. Are we sure that's real?
Yeah. So in Kokomo, they're on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh, they don't want to do reparations.
Not that they don't want to, but in the summer of 1923, record numbers attended rallies of the Ku Klux Klan in Indiana.
Oh shit, here we go.
Oh my God! On camera. On camera. That's what we doing.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me
That'll wake you up, baby. Woo! Fuck, that was a first. City of first, baby. City. Oh shit! That goddamn. All right, go ahead. We're ready. Yeah, sorry.
On June 16th, 1923.
That's not that bad.
It is, though. It really is. On June 16th of 1923, a crowd of 75,000 attended a Klan rally in Terre Haute.
Hold up, they was attendees or they was like members?
Well, normally you don't attend a Klan meeting if you ain't down with the Klan.
I mean, I didn't show up to things I wasn't quite a member of.
Well, would you show up to a Klan rally if you wasn't down with the Klan?
All right, go ahead.
You know, that's not a parade or a regular everyday
I see people
recital.
gathering. I just want to see what's going on.
You're gonna see people gathering around a parade of people in white hoods and crosses. Like, that's not a
I would have been out
normal-
there. I would have been like
Anyway, no.
Clayton Bigsby, but I can see
On June.
Uncle Ruckus.
See, look, you're making me lose my place.
All right.
Okay, so that was on June 16th. On June 21st, Argos held the largest rally it had ever seen. On June 26th, a large Klan rally was held in Alexandria, and all of this was merely a prelude or introduction of the rally plan for Kokomo.
Jesus.
Conceived as a monster tri-state conclave, a private meeting, it was intended to charter 93 Indiana clans. So 93 different
sections of the
Klan. 93 Indiana clans representing more than 300,000 members. Some doubted the prospect of 200,000 attendees, claiming it would be without parallel in history. Others predicted attendance of 300,000. Extensive preparations for that number were made, including scheduling of 1,000 interurban cars. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. From around Indiana to Kokomo. The Union Traction Company, in addition to supplying 50 cars, transported 3 cars of white horses to Kokomo for the parade. The Kokomo Klan re-entered the field, surrounding its own large lot of parking, and electric amplifiers were obtained to allow the large crowd to hear the speeches. According to historian Robert Claflin, literally half of Kokomo residents were members of the Ku Klux Klan during its height in the 1920s and the 1930s. On July 4th of 1923, Kokomo achieved national notoriety when it hosted the largest Ku Klux Klan gathering in history. An estimated of 200,000 Klan member supporters gathered in Malfalfa Park for massive conclave, which D.C. Stevenson was elevated to the position of Grand Dragon of the Indiana Klan. Other estimates say the crowd was only 10,000. Now I don't know how you get 200,000 or 300,000 from 10,000.
Yeah.
A huge flag was used that day to collect a reported $50,000 for construction of a local Klan hospital, so that Klan members would not have to be treated at the only local hospital, which was Catholic. Both men and women Klans held weekly rallies in Initiation and Malfalfa Park, and Kokomo's Klan's women held meetings at the Armory and the local headquarters of the women Ku Klux Klan and churches. A speech at a Baptist church was attended by 1,000 Klans.
All right, baby. All right. So that's a lot to take in, first of all. Second,
but that was all the stuff about the Klan, and I just got it all out the way because I wasn't trying to stop.
And the only thing I think I really got to say, if I seen that shit, I don't know why this popped in my head. Too much goddamn mayonnaise. God damn, I can't imagine being a black person or shit, a person of any other race during that date in fucking history. Seeing all that shit, nope.
Well, if it was a black person, you probably wouldn't move there because they said literally half of the population of Kokomo was Klan.
Yeah, there wasn't no black people in Kokomo. So, you know what? Is Kokomo still like that? Is Kokomo big clan territory? That is the question I have. If you live in Kokomo, plan on visiting Kokomo, or know somebody from Kokomo, let us know in the comments below. Jesus Christ. I was hold on, you know, I was with y'all. The city of first, dope ass name, gas, automotive, stainless steel,
Stained glass.
stained glass,
Radios.
tires, radios. I was with the shits, and then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. This episode just took a turn to the.
I told you that was on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Jesus Christ! But hey, I'm not gonna hate on that. You know, hey, that's your history. You know, if all the stuff in Kokomo didn't happen, in this, we will. Who knows? Who's to say that we had this great country that we have today? So you know.
Ready?
I'm ready, I guess. Shit. Fucking brain fried from all that clan, all the riding horses and fucking they held it at the churches.
And you talk about
92 chapters and 3 states and tri-states and hundreds. I'm like, what the fuck?
Before I even got deeply in it, you said, well, I've ended up in places I ain't really belong. Do you think you still would have ended up there?
I would just put on a hood. Blended in, never took my shit off.
You can't hide the black in your voice.
Huh?
Can't hide the black in your voice.
I can talk white. I can talk white, southern white. All you gotta do is just say white power with everything.
And keep it moving.
White power.
April 11th of 1965, what do you think happened? It was, they had another natural disaster.
White power disasters. No, they had another natural disaster. It's not a flood again. It's not. It got to be some type of winds or hurricane or something. A hurricane or tornado.
On April 11th of 1965, the southern part of Kokomo was struck by one of the 47 tornadoes that erupted over 6 Midwestern states, an event now known as the Palm Sunday outbreak.
Why didn't y'all bring all y'all Klansmen together and form a wall and stop the tornadoes? You know what? No, because the sheets would have got wrapped up and tore up in that thing because it swirled up. I don't know.
The F4 tornado that swept through Kokomo was about 800 yards wide and killed 25 people in the surrounding area.
Damn, now I sound like an asshole.
And that was one of 47.
47. God was trying to take Indiana out. Yeah. He was trying to take Kokomo
the
out.
Palm Sunday outbreak.
God was trying to take them out. First by flood, he knew it was coming.
Okay, so that was
47 tornadoes
over 6 Midwestern states.
40. That shit sound like some movie shit. That don't even sound real. Like, yo, that probably might be the only existence evidence of fucking like Storm from X-Men existing. Like, they might have been out there battling apocalypse or some shit. I don't know. 47 tornadoes. That is fucking insane.
And that was 1965.
Okay. All right, I'm back. The reason I was saying a little in the beginning of the video is because, truth be told, this is our second or third time trying to do this one. Second, I feel like our fifth time trying to do this one. So a lot of facts and stuff I kind of already heard.
And they all get jumbled together sometimes.
Yeah, get jumbled. But now we're getting into the shit that I haven't heard. Like that clan shit was crazy.
On August 24th of 2016, what do you think happened?
August 24th of 2016?
Yep.
This is only a couple years ago.
Yep.
You're talking about like natural disaster wise? Yep. Hurricane?
It was another tornado.
Tornado. Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying hurricane. Like hurricanes is just winds and rain. Tornado, that's what I meant, yeah.
A strong EF3 tornado caused major damage on the southern part of Kokomo. 1,000 homes were destroyed, 170 which sustained major damage. 80 of these homes were destroyed. some sustaining loss of roofs and exterior walls. Vehicles were also damaged, including a large truck that was moved 10 feet from the driveway of the house and flipped over. A Starbucks was completely destroyed, and several people were left trapped inside the still standing bathroom and had to be rescued. A receipt from Kokomo was found 30 miles away in Marion. The storm followed a path very close to that of another tornado which hit November 17th of 2013. Scientists have noticed that nearly every tornado in Kokomo has struck the southern part of the city. So if you move to Kokomo, don't move to southern Kokomo.
Yeah, that's if you move to Kokomo, yeah, don't move to southern Kokomo. But why would anybody? I hope they're not still like building and stuff. I don't know, because how often do hurricanes come through?
Tornadoes,
yeah.
And since you asked that, you said how many come through? Kokomo has been struck by 18 tornadoes between 1950 and 2015, some of which were strong enough to claim lives.
So that's like one every.
And like they say,
scientists
scientists noticed that nearly every tornado follows the same path going through southern Kokomo. So it's not all of Kokomo.
So shit, what y'all doing down there in southern Kokomo, yo? Because whatever y'all doing, nature don't like it.
Is that where the clan was at?
I don't know, probably. It's probably where the clan at, maybe.
Okay,
it could be where the black people at. Trying to purify this beautiful city of ours. I don't know, come on. Let's go.
Alright, population. 1850, what do you think population was?
1850 population, it had to be over 45,000.
In 1850?
Said you had, well, 18, I'm thinking 1950. 1850, probably, I'd say about 4,000.
375.
375 people?
1850.
Oh, okay, damn, way off.
1900, take a guess.
Let's see, 50 years. Let's just multiply that 300 by, let's just say, I'm going to say about 1,900 people.
10,609 people.
Damn, way off. Damn, they grew a lot in 10 years. 50 years.
1950.
1950.
What do you think?
Now I'm going to say 40,000.
38,672.
That's pretty close.
2,000.
2,000? Let's say 200,000 people.
46,113. 2020, what do you think?
Okay, 2020. 50,000?
59,604.
Okay, slow, rapid growth. Slow, but rapid. That's enough. 50,000 people. Kokomo, okay.
State symbol.
Let's go. This is the birds and the flowers and stuff, right? We gotta make that a whole segment. All right, come on, let's go.
Indiana state bird. The northern cardinal.
The northern cardinal. I wish I had something where I can see this bird. Shout out to my city, baby. Shout out to my city, girl. Shout out to my city, baby. Shout out to my city, girl. Welcome back to another episode of SOTMC. Shout out to my city. And today, you got anything to say?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm your host, Asadius Dadius Face. And today we are headed to
Kokomo, Indiana.
Kokomo,
Kokomo.
Indiana. Kokomo sounds like a what? It don't sound like a place in Indiana. I'll tell you that much. I've never been. Kokomo sounds like something from an island or something. Kokomo? Don't that sound like a tropical island?
I feel like I heard it in a song, and I almost want to sing the song, but I don't at the same time. But I hear it, and I think it's in a song.
All right, well, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Okay, so Kokomo. Has it was named for the Miami Kokomo, meaning the black walnut, shortened to Kokomo.
Black walnut.
Said to have been one of the 4 sons of Chief Richardville, last of the chiefs of the Miami people, who was called Chief Kokomo. Folklore holds that he was 7 feet tall and falsely gives him the title of chief.
Kokomo was 7 feet tall?
Yes.
Why was his father named Richardville?
No clue.
Like that does not sound Indian or tribal anything at all. Chief Richardville. Chief Brad Johnson. Okay, anyway, let's keep going.
So that's where the name is said to have come from. However, there is a man named David Foster who is known as the father of Kokomo, and he claims to have named the town Kokomo after the orneriest Indian on earth because Kokomo was the orneriest town on earth.
What the fuck is orneriest?
Like combative or...
We're gonna stick with 7 foot tall shorty. 7 foot tall Chief Kokomo, man. I like that one better.
So Kokomo, the chief. Mm-hmm. Kokomo is thought to have been born in 1775 and died in 1838. The only documented proof of his existence is a trading post record of a purchase of a barrel of flour for $12 for his squaw. His remains, with those of others, were reportedly discovered during the construction of a sawmill in 1848 and re-entered in the northeast corner of the Pioneer Cemetery.
Had to get my man Kokomo. Man, he kept a low profile. He probably had baby mamas or something they want to pay that child support. Hey, go down there and buy this for me. He probably had everybody buying stuff for him. He probably had shit in his name. Yeah. Shout out to Chief Kokomo.
Okay, so before the Civil War, Kokomo, the place, it was connected with Indianapolis and then the eastern cities by a railroad, which resulted in a sustained growth.
Railroad.
Railroad.
Railroad. That's all I got to say. But before the Civil War, it was connected.
Yeah, before the Civil War. Yeah.
I wonder why it was disconnected after the Civil War. Like, what they fucked it up? Like, what they had a battle in between it and fucked up the railroad, or I don't know. That's interesting, I guess.
So shortly after Richardville County or Howard County was organized in 1844, the commissioners appointed to establish the county seat approached Foster for a donation from his substantial holdings. In 1846, the tax records showed that he owned 552 acres of farmland as well as 67 divided lots in the business district. At the time of the request, the only improvements in what is now Kokomo were Foster's log house and a log barn and several Miami huts. The commissioners sought a donation of the more fertile lands south of Wildcat Creek, but Foster refused, and he donated 40 acres north of the creek, land which was thickly forested and swampy. The terms of the donation...
He was white. He's white. It's like, yeah, all right, niggas, I can have that shit over there.
The terms of the donation required that Foster build a courthouse on the land, but he was later excused, and Rufus L. Blowers was promised $28 to build it. He was penalized $2 for construction delays, and the log courthouse was completed in 1845.
Man, just $2. So you say that like he was $28 to build it and penalized $2. Like, man, that's damn, boy. Shit was cheap. I mean... It's cheap to us now, but back in the day, I'm pretty sure that was like...
yeah, stuff was cheap, but look what was going on. Like, the town, the city or the government could literally come to you and be like, yeah, I'm going to need you to donate some of your land.
That's some bullshit.
And when you donate this, you're responsible for building the courthouse.
A courthouse. How y'all going to come to me, ask me to donate, but not even really, like, asking me. They're like...
And I'm trying to get that land over there where it's pretty at.
Yeah, where it's not like, yo, what the fuck? Like, man, y'all niggas sucking on my balls. I go ahead. But I guess, because back then you could probably come up missing. At least they came to them because they're not force them out. You pop up missing like, oh, it didn't have no will or anything. And yeah, I guess we got this land for free, so.
Yeah, take what you can get.
They asked my man to build a courthouse, though.
On land they want from you.
That's bullshit.
It's bad enough you want me to donate my land. Like, I plan on keeping this for my generations and generations.
Go ahead.
In anticipation.
What? Go ahead. That's crazy. What? Continue. Nisha, why don't I hear any words coming out your mouth right now?
Somebody throw this last time at you. In anticipation of business that the courthouse would bring, Kokomo began a fairly quick growth from the time that lots were first sold on October 18 of 1844. In anticipation of business that the courthouse would bring, Kokomo began a fairly quick growth from the time that lots were first sold on October 18th of 1844.
Oh, okay. What else? Boo! Boo! Don't nobody care about that shit. It's like, get to the good shit. Fuck it.
I mean, would you want me to skip all the... Okay, well, let me skip
Get to the good shit. No. Skip to the good shit. Don't skip nothing that might be interesting, though. Wasting my time.
It's...
I ain't gotta give a fuck about no lots. It's like, nah, baby, got hit. I'm gonna mess with you.
We'll start doing your own research.
I know I'm messing with you, baby. I'm sorry. There's no way you could have known. What? I'm trolling. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Because the next video, you going to be reading on your own.
Are you going to do the video?
No.
You going to sit here?
No.
Come on, baby. You can do it.
David Foster.
Okay.
Who's David Foster?
David Foster is the person that had the land that they asked him to donate.
David Foster was granted the first license to sell merchandise in Kokomo at the December 1844 commissioners meeting.
What is he going to sell? More wooden log houses?
Whatever. 2 more merchants were licensed in March of 1845. John Bohan, who would become a major shop owner, merchant, justice of the peace, and investor, moved to Kokomo in December of 1844. He erected the first 2-story frame house, not only in Kokomo, but in all the county.
This motherfucker gotta be special, huh? Gotta have her upstairs. Everybody else got 1 floor. And you got, man, what's that shit called? What's that shit called with the people? Like when your lawn ain't upkept or like your house is different.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta have
like you can't be painted.
you gotta have
crazy.
license to do certain construction on your house.
But what is it called when the community something? What is it?
HOA.
What is that? What's
That's
that?
like when the community has housing authority or a housing something. It's like when you live in a community, they have a HOA, which means that the community makes up the rules of how their neighborhood is gonna
like
look
if
and
you
all
fucking
that
up, man, they probably was on your butt cheeks.
Well, back then you ain't had to worry about that.
He probably the reason they created that shit. Fuck it.
In 1848, the Stonebreakers Mill, 10 miles west of Kokomo, began operation, which brought more people to Kokomo.
What was it that brought more people?
Stonebreakers Mill.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Stonebreakers Mill.
What, it
Want
breaks
some
stones?
You're gonna come here to get your stones.
Really? You just made that up. You don't know. You said it so confidently though.
Do you know the difference?
Stonebreaker Mill. What the hell is that? We bring rocks. Bring the rocks. We'll bust them up for you.
A Stonebreakers Mill is okay. This is just naming more of them. I'm guessing this way they find big slabs of stone and they break it, but
I mean that's what I would guess too. But what would be the purpose? I guess to break them down to pave roads or something. I don't know. You got anything? No, you ain't got nothing.
yeah, they broke stone with their sledgehammers.
That job must suck.
That's the most I can give you without getting too far into it because apparently it just don't give you a definition. You gotta read through some stuff. Why am I getting all these pop-ups? Okay.
That must suck. Imagine having a job as a...
I mean, but back then, hard labor
Stonebreaker.
was hard labor. Hard labor wasn't just cutting the grass back then.
Fuck that. Give me a desk job. I'm like, no, get your black ass out there in that field. Darky.
By 1850, Kokomo had a newspaper when James Beard purchased the printing equipment of the New London Pioneer and set up the Howard Tribune.
Niggas couldn't read back then.
Well, the ones that could now had a newspaper, okay? And
You know what I would have used that newspaper for?
to wipe your ass.
How'd you? I was gonna say that. Yeah, good job.
By 1851, county business was so brisk that the county ordered the construction of 2 more court buildings, both one-story brick affairs, 18 by 36 feet. The county auditor and treasurer occupied one building, and the clerk and recorder occupied the other.
They ain't had no food stamps building. When that counts. Hold up. What was the 2 buildings? What's the 2 courthouses?
The auditor and treasurer was in one building, and the clerk and recorder was in the other.
Was in the log joint?
No, in the 2 new buildings.
Oh, okay.
I guess the log one was still holding court.
See, niggas figured out quick, boy. Audit and shit. Keep tabs on y'all. Make sure y'all follow y'all taxes right.
By 1851, the county... Oh, no, I just read that. Okay. On April 1st of 1854, Kokomo's first bank, the Indian Reserve Bank, was organized with David Foster, which was the dude with the land, Joe Bohan, which was the other dude that had the merchant license,
yep.
and Harley...
2-story house, yeah, 2-story house too, right?
And Harless Ashley, the principal shareholders. It only lasted a few years until a robbery impaired its capital, and the loss substantially injured Foster's fortune.
You said how many years?
A few years.
You know. They say they got a building down there that's holding all the money in it. They probably didn't have no security. They probably had no cameras. Niggas
no camera in 1854. No.
All we need is a couple sticks of TNT. Your old shit shooter. They probably got away on horses. Man, they probably made out. Unless it was an inside job with Foster and the other dude.
1854 saw the first railroad stop at Kokomo.
1850 what?
1854.
1854.
Kokomo had an official stop on the railroad. It didn't just run through, they had to stop. In June 1855, Henry A. Browse petitioned the Board of Howard County Commissioners to incorporate the town of Kokomo. The original election was not held for unspecified reasons, but another took place on October 1st of 1855, and after the vote of 62-3 in favor of incorporation, the board so ordered it. So now they were incorporated as a town.
Kokomo. I noticed something about this video that you didn't prepare for this. You didn't prepare for this.
Are we doing this on camera?
Because, no.